But it seems, again, this is the first stop as you launch this new album, is that right?
Right, so I was here 1 year ago with my last album, and Singapore was sort of the beginning of my touring, and it's the same thing this time, so I'm really happy to be back.
Is it any different, or is it deja vu again? How do you feel?
It's totally deja vu. Even when I arrived here at the studios, I'm like, gosh, I feel like I was just here. Totally deja vu.
So in the past year, you've been traveling a lot, I understand. I mean, where have you been to? Where has been your favorite spot?
Oh gosh, well, I went to Malaysia after Singapore last time, Tokyo. I'm going to the Philippines tomorrow. So a favorite? Oh gosh. I think I'd be in trouble if I picked a favorite. I love them all. I love them all.
Okay. Well, let's talk a bit about technology, because that's one of the main reasons it kind of got you going. Unfortunately, you were also accused of astroturfing at the time. They say kind of like you fake a promotional campaign.
I never even heard that word, astroturfing.
I had to look it up too. But
yeah.
Do you think that's a bad thing? I mean.
No, I think that for anyone to not use the internet right now, it would be a shame, because it's the most powerful tool. It doesn't matter if you're a signed artist and you already have an album, or if you're just in your garage, singing songs by yourself. You have to use the internet to in order for people to find out about your music. So. I think everyone should use it. It's an incredible tool.
Do you think, though, the scenario would have been different had you been, first signed on by a big record label company like everyone else, instead of having this online sensation first that came with it, and then along came the contract?
You know what? Actually, that's it's a popular misconception. I was actually signed a long time before I started the YouTube videos. I did the YouTube videos because I had an album finished and I was worried it wouldn't come out because no one knew about me. So that's why I was hoping that the YouTube would give a reason for my label to actually release the album.
I think it's this whole thing about us laymen having this thing against big record companies, because we feel they're kind of all powerful.
Like they dupe you and trick you.
So when you hear of someone who's kind of made it on their own, you're like, wow, we got to support her. But the rest of you hear they were just another name. You kind of think,
Right. Well, you know what? The other thing I want to tell, I guess, the world is, even if you have a record deal, it doesn't mean that everything's handed to you. It's still your job to get your music out there and to let people know that you exist, or else, it's just a loan, really. At the end of the day, if you don't really utilize, the tools that are out there.
So. Well, you're still relatively new in the industry, but I know that you've already made quite a few sacrifices. One of them is dropping out of university to actually pursue this career professionally. I mean, did that decision come easily?
No, it was hard. It was really hard. I was scared to death. Because I wasn't like a musical prodigy growing up. I wasn't the star of my high school. I knew I loved music, and I knew that if I didn't do it, despite the risks, I would regret it for the rest of my life. So, looking back, I don't regret it, but it was hard. It was really hard.
Well, because you're also speaking to a very large Asian population here, and you have some Asian blood with you. For most Asians' parents especially, be like, no, you have to go to school, get that degree first, then you can go do what you want to do.
Right. My mom's Japanese and my dad's Irish, but they were both really against me dropping out of school. And I get it. It's a risk. It's scary. Why would you want your children to go through that? But thank God they let me.
So you let your kids too, I guess?
Sorry.
Okay, Mom, I want to quit school and play music.
I might have to now. I might have to let them after what I did. But yeah, it'd be tough for me too, I'm sure.
Well, let's talk about artists now. I mean, who are you currently listening to, or who would you love to collaborate with?
Ooh, there's an artist named Imogen Heap who's absolutely incredible. I'm such a huge fan of her work. She used to be in a band called Frou Frou, and she's doing her own solo work now. So if I could collaborate with her, or Sheryl Crow, those are two women I really look up to in the music industry.
What kind of musicians actually appeal to you? I mean, is it the kind of songs they sing, or the personality that they show?
It's a mix. Are they unique? What's their message? The melodies. I guess it's everything, and it's also someone who doesn't sort of sell themselves. Just to sell albums, someone who's true to what their message is and what they want to present musically.
Well, let's talk a bit about your new album, Breathing Underwater. I mean, we hear there's a lot of, it's something that's fairly close to your heart. I did some, your press release actually said it, that you were actually falling for someone at the time when you were writing this.
I was. Am I red?
How did that work out?
Who was it?
I'd be in a lot of trouble if I said, but yeah, I was falling for someone during the making of the album, and and then falling out of love, not knowing if they felt the same, and then falling back into love. It was just this emotional roller coaster.
Should I read more carefully in between the lines to these titles? Will they give away?
Yeah, I mean, I was with this person, you know, almost on a daily basis. So it was just inevitable that the album was going to be inspired by that experience.
And it makes it, you know, it has a personal touch to it. You being involved in that situation, writing about it, you know, it really brings out your emotions out of you.
My heart's in it. Yeah,
and a better understanding of yourself too.
Yeah,
at the end of it.
I grew a lot, I think.
Well, some of the album was also leaked online. We hear. I mean, that's happening a lot of days to many artists. I mean, how do you feel about that?
It's just a part of this changing industry, you know. I mean, I guess, you know, with the internet, there's the pros and the cons, and that's just one of the cons. But it's not even that bad at the end of the day. If the album's good, then people will, you know, spread it to their friends. And I still have faith in people that if it is solid music, they'll still come to your show. They might buy your album. They'll still support you. So,
if you could sum up this new album that is about to be released, I mean, how would you describe it?
It's a snapshot of my life, about a 2.5-month period. It's the trials and tribulations of love, and the first time I really let my heart open and was vulnerable. So those stories are in
How would you
this album.
Describe yourself? Are you a romantic at heart?
Yeah, because we hear the story about your parents, how they met in the train.
Yeah.
They kept in touch as pen pals for years.
I know. It's like a movie. I'm a total hopeless romantic. For sure. For sure. Yeah, like them.
So the significant other is watching this and listening very well, I hope.
I don't know.
Well, you have prepared a song for us today. I believe it's from your new album.
Avalanche.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about that song.
Well, Avalanche I probably wrote in my down period. It's about a crumbling relationship, and you're asking the person, are we going to put the time and energy into this to make it work, or are we just going to let it, you know, slip through our fingers? So,
you know, just one more question. I mean, when you write these songs, and it's really based on your personal experiences, I mean, do you find sometimes resistance within yourself? Should I write it? Should I not? I mean, is it too much, you know, too much of my personal life in my work? And I mean,
absolutely.
Do I?
I mean, it's really exposing, right? And yeah, there are times when I'm writing a song and I'm saying, can I really sing this? Like, you know, knowing my parents are going to hear this,
right.
Or, you know, I also don't want to hurt whoever I'm in, you know,
right.
in a relationship with. I don't want that exposed to the world. So I do have to be a little careful, but at the same time, it's best to push the envelope, best to be as honest as possible. That's how you get the best song.
Just change names.
Yeah, exactly. No, I've done that.
Well, we'll let you get ready. In fact, we'll invite Jan to come in. He's going to come accompany you on guitar as you prepare to play the song Avalanche. And in the meantime, let's wrap up the show, I think, because we want to hear the music.
Okay, so get ready. Now, if you want to catch Marié Digby in concert, she actually performs tonight live at the Arena at 7 p.m. Singapore, Hong Kong time over in Clarke Quay in Singapore.
Or you can visit www.tdc.sg for ticket details. Marié will be autographing copies of the new album at the concert, so if you're a fan, well, you know what to do. That is Primetime Morning for this Tuesday, 28th July, but... I was just going to leave them. Yeah, we're going to leave them right now with a song, as she mentioned earlier, Avalanche from her latest album, Breathing Underwater.
Okay, take it away, guys.
Take it away, guys.
Since when do you come around and the temperature's changed? Nothing's the same. Left me yesterday, you don't see me that way, touch me that way no more. When you get so cold, I'm not sure just how much longer I can hold. You got me standing at the bottom of this mountain that we made, and the ground is shaking from all of our mistakes. And there's no one, nothing but us is in our way. It's a matter of time. We can't rewind. If you only knew what my uncle's do for you. I'm trying to break through. Don't you think it's worth a chance? Let's leave the past. Is that too much to ask? And where do we stand? Can we pull through this hour? Bond is breaking and it's taking over my spirit. Quickly, quickly, something shifted. Have we drifted too far apart now? If you only knew what my uncle's do for you. I'm trying to break through. Don't you think it's worth a chance? Let's leave the past. Is it too much to ask? And where do we stand? Can we pull through this avalanche?